Hello, and welcome back. Let's get into today's puzzle. Right, I see a couple of things right off the bat. Number one, we have sevens here, so that has to be a 7. And then because of these two, we know the 7 is going to be in this column. I also notice that this line here this line has quite a bit of information in it, but maybe it's too early to get right into working on a column. We see the 8. So in this column, the 8 can't be there because of that. The 8 can't be there because of this one. So we can see the 8's got to be there. So if the 8's are in the center and the 8's on the left here, 8 has to be in one of these two. And because of that one, the 8 is going to be in that block. 6 here on the bottom, 6 on the top, so 6 is going to be in the center of that. 2 on the top, 2 in the center makes 2 on the bottom. In the center, 2 on the right, 2 on the left. So 2 is going to be in the center. We got a 4 here and a 4 here and a 4 here, which makes that's going to be a 4. And since we have a 4 on the left, 4 in the center, 4 will be on the right. Nine on the bottom, 9 on the top means 9 will be in the center. Eight in the center, 8 on the left makes 8 on the right. That. 1 on the left, 1 on the right makes 1 in the center. And then we have 1 in the center, 1 on the bottom makes 1 on the top there. Eight in the center, 8 on the bottom makes 8 on the top. But you have an 8 in the middle already, so it's going to be on the right or the left. Let's start. So, looks like I have the most information in this center block. We only have 4 empty squares. And the same with this one, only 4 empty squares. And this with the empty squares on the corners, I have a feeling that we might be able to narrow it down to sets. Let's see what we can do. So we have a 1 and a 2. We need a 3, and 3's there. So we know 3 is going to be on this side, which means 3 is going to be in the center of this. Now, we'll also have 2 on the edges. So this one is not going to be a 6. 2 and 3 are going to be in that. Since we have a set there, these 2 will be a set. So we need 1, we have 2 and 3, 4, so 5 and 6. However, the 6 is there, so that's got to be the 5, and that must be the 6. And then that means 6 on the bottom, 6 in the middle. That's not what I meant to do. 6 has to be, because the 6 is in the middle, so 6 is on the top there. All right, let's go back to this one. And then we'll finish. Well, let's finish this if we can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we need a 7 and a 9. And right now, there's no indication where those others, which one's which. So let's go back here. So we have a 1, 2, 3, 4. We need a 5, and a 5 can be anywhere for right now. 5 doesn't help us. We need a 6, and a 6 doesn't help us. Okay. We have a 5 in the middle, and a 5 in the middle there. So 5, and this is going to be in one of those 3. In this column number 2, we're missing the 1, 2, 8, and 9. Now we know the 8 has to be there, but we also know the 1 cannot be because of these 2. So the 1 has to be either there or there. The 2 can be anywhere except there. So this one has to be a 1 or a 9. This one can be 1, 2, or 9. This one can be 2 or 8. You can't be a 1 or a 9. All right, so in this line, we need a 9. 9 won't be in either of those two, so a 9 has to be in there, which makes sense because we have a 9 in this column, and now the 9s will be in this, so the 9 has to be in that column. In this block, because of that, the 1 also has to be in this column. Of course, it can't be there. Let's see if we can get a handle on this row. So we know our 2s have to be in one of those. We also need a 3, but a 3 can be in any of these 4 spots. We have a 4, 5, and 6. We need a 7. That can be in 3 of the 4. We also need a 9. Which so in here, I need a 2, 3, 7, or 9. I have a 7 and a 9 here, so this one has to be a 2 or a 3. I'm messed up here. I have a 3 here, so that one can't be a 3. That one has to be a 2, which makes that a 3. Seven has to be in those 3, can't be in these 2. Pesky 9 could be anywhere. I don't like putting a number in that many places, but this and this causes the 6 to be on the left side here. I'd love to tell you that I have a brilliant plan brewing, but I'm honestly a little stuck. Five. It can't be here or here. It can't be there. It can't be here or here because of this. Can't be here because of this one. So 5 has to be in one of those two. One can be in either of these 3, but not those because of that. We have a 2 already. 3 has to be in the bottom because of that. 5 again is in one of those 2. We need a 7. It can be pretty much anywhere except there. And the 9 can be anywhere. That wasn't helpful. Let's revisit this second line here. So that has to be a 1 or a 9 here, because I need a 1 and a 9 in this line, and they're there. So that has to be a 1 and a 9 or a 9. Okay, so if that one is a 1 or a 9, that'll be the other, which means 1 or a 9 can't be there. So if that's the 1 and the 9, then we need a 2 and a 5. And we have a 2. So these two have to be the 2 and the 5. And we have a 2 there, which means that is a 5 and that's a 2. Which means the 2 has to be either in that one or that one. So this one can only be a 3 or a 5. It can't be a 1 or a 2 or a 4 or a 6, 7, 8, or 9. Okay, so we know these has to be a 7 or a 1 or a 9. This line here, these two, one of these two has to have the 9 in it. Because, again, the 9 can't be there because it's going to be in one of those two. So if the 9 has to be there, then the 9 cannot be there. That makes that a 1. And that a 9. And that a 1. So those. That one can't be a 9 because of that. So that one has to be the 7. That one has to be the 9. So if that's a 7, that's a 5. So the 3, 5, 7 has to be in that space. All right, that can't be a 7. We filled in the 7 for that row. So these are the 6 and the 8s. All right, so we know this can't be a 9. That can't be a 7 because of that. Seven has to be one of those two because of this one and then those two. I don't know why I'm drawn to this last column, but let's try it. Let's see what we can deduce. No, so I have a little 1. We need a 2, can't be there. Can't be there or there. So we got a 2. But that can be a 2 and so can that. We need a 3, so it can't be here. Can be here because of that one, but that can be a 3. We need a 4 and that can be a 4. We've got a 4 here, so those can't, but these can. Need a 5, and those can also be a 5. That can be a 5, that cannot. Need a 6. These two cannot be a 6 because of that. That can be a 6, and so can that. We have a 7. We need an 8. So these two cannot be. These two cannot be because of these. That one can. And so can that one. problem that I see is this column here that's completely empty. I wonder if we can figure out anything. Got 5 empty here. We need a 2. That can't be. That can't be. That can be pretty near anything. But we need a 4. We need a 5. We need a 7. And a 9. That was of no help. Let's try 1 down from that. Need a 1. Need a 4. Need a 6. And a 9. Maybe just finish it. So we have 5 open as a 1, 2, 4, 7, 9. It looks like that can be any of them. All right, 1 has to be there. That can't be because of there. That can't be because of there. Those can't be. Well, we got 1 in. And then so that one has to be a 1. Let's keep going. So I have 1 and a 2. We need a 3. Need a 4. Need a 5. Looks like that's my only place for a 5. Can't be there because of that one. Can't be in these 2 because of that. This one, so that there is my only place for a 5. This is my only place for a 4. that can be a 4. I need a 3, 6, an 8. I feel like I'm overlooking something. Right now, I don't see it. These can't be 5s anymore. might be down to And if these two are 1 and 9, that can also be a 9. Those are the 3, 6. 3 can also be there. I've found that if you make it this far, that's usually, maybe not every time, that's usually the right way. I feel like I'm missing something else. These are 3 5s. That can't be a 3. Oh, that was the right way. I really don't like solving them that way. But I was out of ideas. And I think that worked. I guess that worked. So took a long time, but there you go. All right. Thanks for hanging out. Hopefully we'll see you again tomorrow.